2020, the year that we all stayed at home. Mention the word holiday to anybody and watch their eyes well up as they prepare to share nostalgic tales of happier times where we weren't all confined to our own homes, with the only glimmer of excitement being the weekly visit to Tesco for a big shop. Jokes aside, 2020 is set to be a very different year for us all. And with so much uncertainty over the coming months, it does seem to be an unfortunate reality that a real holiday may not be on the cards this year. But that doesn't mean we can't pack our virtual bags and jet off to Europe for the week, and you're invited for the ride.
Join us over the next 7 days here on Hold Tight Riders as we go on a theme park holiday like never before, calling in at a different one of our favourite European theme parks or funfairs each day. We'll be sharing highlights, thoughts, hints and tips every step of the way, in hope it will inspire or help you plan your own trip once this whole thing is blown over. On this adventure, we'll be virtually flying to the Netherlands and spending 7 days travelling to theme parks and funfairs, both in the Netherlands and Germany, including Kermis Best, Efteling, Walibi Holland, Heidi Park, Phantasialand, Movie Park, Dusseldorf Rhine Kermis, and Toverland. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to ensure you don't miss out.
Welcome to the Hold Tight Riders virtual theme park holiday. So let's start at the very beginning. It's day one of our holiday, so that means we need to drive down to London and jump on a plane over to the Netherlands. Whilst this is a virtual holiday, it is based on a trip that we took in real life back in July 2019. And because of this, we'll be able to share with you some of the costs involved, as well as hints and tips around the booking process. Our flight is with Ryanair, which comes in at a reasonable price of £24.27 per person, plus £11.50 to have a cabin bag, plus £15 for a hold bag, plus £6 to reserve a seat, so just over £56. Oh Ryanair, you're so mischievous. We're flying from Stansted to Eindhoven in the Netherlands. This airport is ideally suited for visiting Efteling, as it's less than a 30-minute drive between the two. No prizes for guessing where we'll be going tomorrow. The flight time is advertised at just over 1 hour, although this is almost certainly to allow Ryanair to celebrate arriving on time, even when they've taken off 20 minutes late. In reality, we'll be in the air for about 45 minutes. Eindhoven Airport is relatively small, so it's nice and quick to get through the airport and start the holiday. The next stop is to pick up the hire car from the Enterprise desk at the airport. We've booked a Seat Leon estate, or similar, so what a fantastic surprise to end up with this Mitsubishi ASX.
It's mid-afternoon, so the itinerary for the rest of the day is to drive to our first hotel to drop the bags off and then see if we can find a funfair in the local area for our evening's entertainment. The hotel we've chosen is
Hotel de Leehof Oosterwijk,
a 30-minute drive from the airport and conveniently located a short drive from Efteling. Again, no prizes for guessing tomorrow's destination. This hotel is lovely. As with most of the hotels we'll be staying at, we've booked it using booking.com.
Have you eaten the sweet? The sweet.
A comfort double room will cost you around £90 per night, but that does include breakfast and parking. The location is not that far from Tilburg, so it'll be an ideal place to stay if you were thinking of visiting the Tilburg Kermis. Unfortunately, that is not currently on. However, the hotel receptionist has told us that there is a fair and it's not too far away, Kermis Best, which she described as being quite small and not really worth going to. Of course, we will ignore the advice completely and jump straight into the car and check it out. And what a good thing that we did.
The town of Best is around a 30-minute drive from the hotel and has been home to a funfair for 200 years. This year, the fair has a new layout running straight through the streets in the centre of the town, and as you can see from the layout map, we're in for a treat. Kermis Best prides itself on being the most beautiful, cheapest fair in the Netherlands. Children's rides are priced at €1.20, and the big rides range between €1.50 and €4 per ride. But that €4 is just for the reverse bungee, something that would normally cost between 10 and 20 quid at most other events. Taking a look around, you can see just how many different rides there are on offer, and plenty of people here to enjoy them. In fact, in 2018, the fair had 250,000 visitors over its 5-day duration. Amongst the rides are some that you may recognise. The Showtime Afterburner, for example, is the same ride that opened at Hyde Park's Winter Wonderland back in 2012. Something worth noticing, though, is the attention to detail on the clock. Whilst it may look like it's going crazy right now, every now and then the hand will stop spinning and it will display the real time. Amazing.
Moving through the streets, you'll see just how good everything looks and how well everything has been placed. The fair organisers ensure that the layout is changed every year to keep the fair interesting, and they choose rides based on their quality and appearance, not on which showman is willing to pay most money for a position. The results speak for themselves. Fun fact for you now, the street that we're currently on is named Dan Ecke, which seems to translate to the disgusting. At the end of the fair, we find the sound machine, and whilst it may look like a Mondial Top Scan, it is not. This was in fact self-built by showman Van der Beek in 1998. The main difference is that this model has 5 cars, each with 6 seats, where a regular Mondial Top Scan has 6 cars, each with 5 seats.
Another ride worth mentioning is Reactor. Once again, this may look familiar, as it used to travel the UK between 2014 and 2017 under the name Dreams Live. Dreams Live? Who knows? Anyway, as you can see, it's had a considerable refurbishment and it looks fantastic. Anyway, here's that €4 bungee we were promised. Looks great, but I'm not sure I'd want to be sat in the seat waiting for launch when they decide to change the bungee cable. Time for another fun fact. Kermis Best also runs a low stimulus fair. This takes place between 11 AM and 1 PM on the Saturday of the fair, and during this time they turn all the flashing lights off, lower the volume of the music, and run the rides on gentle cycles. The organisers want the fair to be suitable to all, and this is one way that they help to achieve that.
The sun is setting and we've got a long day tomorrow, but let's have a ride on this very smart Huss breakdance before we leave.
So, Kermis best. What a fantastic surprise start to this holiday. It really is worth a visit, despite what the hotel receptionist told us earlier. In terms of the logistics of a real visit to this fair, it takes place at the start of July, a couple of weeks before the Tilburg Fair. What that does mean is you end up with a bit of a dilemma when you're planning your trip. Either you're going to plan it around the very famous Tilburg Fair, or the not so well known Kermis best. For us, it was purely coincidental that we found Kermis best and it was on when we arrived, but I'm so glad that was the case.
Time to head back to the hotel now via a McDonald's and get some sleep. Join us tomorrow where we're heading to, you guessed it, Efteling.